to Let's Talk World, where we promote and show all the different industry people here in Las Vegas. And today we are diving into the pageantry and talking about the most amazing Miss Maria Lee. Thank you. She is not just the reigning Miss Nevada Emissary 2025. She is also a board certified pathologist.
Speech language pathologist.
Oh, okay.
I work with the little kids.
Oh, you
So
do.
I'm on the floor. Believe it or not, even though I'm in my sash and crown right now, you will find me on a weekday on the floor with kids with a bag of toys working on their speech sounds or helping them talk. Yeah.
I, that's
So
amazing.
there'll be times sometimes that I would have to I'll be in my work clothes and then I'm in the backseat of my car changing into a dress and heels and have crown and put my makeup on in the back seat to make an appearance.
That's wonderful. She is jack of all trades. I don't have to say jack of all trades. She's a woman. She's jack of all trades, which is normal for women. And she's not only that, she is also a mixed Filipino.
Yes, I am. I am. My mom is from the province of Bicol, and my dad, he's black, and he was born in North Carolina. And I was born here, but I do still have ties to the Philippines, and I will be moving there in this July, this summer, with my whole family, and we're going to have experience living abroad.
Nice. Wow. Well, good luck with that.
Thank you. It would mean a lot.
Yeah. And all right, so let's dive into why pageantry. Yeah. You started pageantry since what age?
Last year.
Last year.
I am 42 years old and I started at age 41. Now I'm going to tell you a weird story how I started in it because now that you ask me, I was in San Antonio, Texas, in a hotel that's pretty haunted, I will say the least. It's a Sheraton hotel near the Alamo. And there's paranormal activity over there. But anyway, I was watching the Miss Universe event. And while I was watching it, a voice in my head said, Maria, do pageants. And I said, what? I said, no, I'm eating cookies, I'm out of shape. I just gave birth. I'm like, what are you talking about? And I said, no, leave me alone. And then it said, Maria, do pageants. And I said, oh my God, are you kidding me? I was like, oh, hello, whatever. Let me just see this as a joke. I was like, let me just do this for fun. And then I saw that there were pageants that accepted married women. I didn't know that. So I asked my husband and I said, hey, listen, Eldon, what do you think if I do a pageant? And I thought he was going to tell me, oh, knock some sense, talk some sense into me. He didn't. He said, yeah. And I said,
Oh my God.
nobody stopped
Very
me.
supportive.
Yeah. He said, yep. And I said, nobody going to stop me? Are you out of your mind? So then I was like, okay, well, let me look into it. And that voice kept harassing me until I applied. And one thing led to the other. I won that particular system, the state level. It's called the USOA, Miss Nevada. But I won for the division. I won that one, so I was USOA, Mrs. Nevada 2024, and now I am the Mrs. Nevada Emissary 2025. So I'm going to compete again.
Wow. So you're gonna compete again when will be that day?
For this one, I am going to be competing next month in Philadelphia. And I will be competing against really, really amazing women. I have stiff competition, but you know what? Iron sharpens iron. No matter what happens, we are going to do great. I'm going to have a lot of fun.
That's wonderful. Well, she's not just beauty. She is also brains. She is actually coming up with this magazine called the Pageantry United Magazine.
Yes, Pageants United Magazine. I literally it's something I wanted to do to give back to the pageants industry. I noticed that there wasn't any magazines really taking the personal stories of not just the queens, but of the fashion designers, the coaches, the nutritionists. Like, what are their stories? How did they get into helping pageant queens achieve their goals? How did they, for designers, how did they come up with the beautiful dresses that they wear? Directors, how do you put together the whole pageant competition? I wanted to hear their voices. So I am compiling all these stories through interviews in these magazines. And that's what I'm going to be working on. And the soft launch will be June 1st. So check that one out.
Well, you are a pageant queen. You're a queen. You are planning to release or launch your magazine, and you are also a mother of two.
Yes, mother too.
Where do you find time for all of this together?
It's a really good question. Back to you when I find out.
Let me know.
Yeah. But on a serious note, my husband is like, once again, he's very supportive of me. He is very good at moving things around, working around my schedule. Just like I'm working around his schedule. We have really good communication. We also have family. We have really good babysitters.
That's good. Thank you, babysitters.
Really good babysitters who are basically part of the family. And everybody just helps me work towards my goals. And I'm so grateful for them. I would not be able to do any of this without them. Seriously. But on a good note, too, my children are very supportive of me being a queen. My daughter, she's in the kindergarten, and one of the teachers asked her, "Hey, what do your parents do for a living?" And she says, "Well, my mom is a queen." And the teacher was like, "No, what does she really do?" Because she thought she was joking. "No, my mom really is a queen. She stood on the stage and they put a crown on her head. She's a queen." And so the teacher later on just kind of asked me, "Oh, hey, Valentina, that's my daughter's name, keeps saying that you're a queen." I was like, "Oh yeah, I want a pageant." So she thinks this is my job. In a way, it is, but
Yeah, in a way it is.
it's not. It's one of my jobs. But my kids are very supportive. They're very proud of their mother, seeing their mother do these things. So.
Wow, that is an amazing. At 42, I believe that that's kind of major accomplishment. You are living the dream. You are living your passion. You're living your life technically, and I'm really, really giving you the best wishes as much as possible. Moving to the Philippines.
Oh yes, I'm gonna
Yeah,
need a lot.
better watch out. Just kidding. Philippines.
Oh, come on, I'm coming for it. I'm gonna start competing over there, guys. Let's go.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna go deeper on this conversation. We're probably gonna touch a little bit of the controversy, but don't go away. We will be right back with Maria Lee.
Traditional TV is going away. Hollywood is starting to fade. People are demanding real stories from real people. Our voices are now being heard in our own way. Podcasts, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and TikTok Live are becoming the norm. Internet TV has now reached the highest demand in human history. Social media shows is now the new media of the century.
From the golden voice of radio to the bright lights of television, he's interviewed icons, inspired audiences, and brought the spotlight wherever he goes. Now, he's taking center stage in the entertainment capital of the world, Las Vegas. Get ready for high energy, unforgettable moments, and the man who's done it all. Your host, the king himself, Alex P.
Anybody in the industry who really cares or has ever sat at a bar and has had a bartender ever really take care of you, watch the movie.
Grew up idolizing, Rodrigo Del Peche, Christian Del Peche, Dario Doimo. The best thing we can do is make it look easy.
It was amazing. It represented some beautiful years of the epic times of flair bartending. It showcased some of the greatest, legends of all times. It was just amazing to watch.
Really capturing what the essence of flair is. I think this movie is going to help, inspire the younger generation.
It was really cool to be a part of and see all those, to say, like, I was there. The way they summed it up was really, really cool. I think they did a really great job.
The film was amazing, by the way. You should check it out. The energy in the room was absolutely insane. The support we had in the room was just incredible.
We're all family.
Oh, I loved it. It was beautiful. I just really loved the story. I'm an athlete, so I can definitely relate to training for something.
I absolutely loved it. The bartending world can be intense. The level of talent and heart that they have, and even in the fact that this is a competition, but they were all uplifting each other.
I recommend 100% because probably show off the real lifestyle bartender, like a flair bartender.
They're showing us their cuts, their bruises, everything that they go through. It takes some real skill, and I really appreciate the bartenders that do the flair because it's not easy.
This is awesome. We need it. Flair need this. People who flair need this. Write it down now. Watch the movie, support it, follow it, do all the funny stuff. And don't forget just have fun with it.
Welcome back to the Let's Talk World with your host, me, and I'm still here with the beauty queen, Miss Maria Lee. It's really funny because we have the same name, first name, Maria and Maria, M&M. But anyways, guys, we just actually cover Maria's passion and background. Now, let's get into a deeper conversation with Maria Lee. Being a beauty pageant, joining the beauty pageant, what do you think about the how people look on pageants in the negative and positive way? Can you actually kind of like justify all the all the things coming out there?
Oh my goodness. So one thing that keeps popping up with me is that before, more so when I announced that I was going to start doing pageantry, was this misconception that pageant queens are a bunch of airheads. That we are just a bunch
She's a beauty and brain.
like they were a bunch of airheads, we're vain, we're shallow, superficial, okay? And I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna be completely honest. When I first started this, I thought maybe there was some truth into that, okay? I'm not gonna lie. And I was like, I'm gonna try it anyway.
Yeah.
I'm gonna see what happens.
I'm gonna see it myself.
I want to see what happens. Let's see. And then the first day that I started to meet the queens, because we had an event and the queens were all together for a special event, I quickly realized, I was like, oh my God, these people are just like me.
And they're very nice. They're very, there's, yeah.
So nice, so caring, down to earth. Some of them are nerdy like me. Superficial vain. I can seriously, I'm going to be completely honest with you. I do not meet these people. There's a reason for this. There is a reason for this. What a lot of people don't seem to understand is that in pageantry, we have to have a component of community service. We have to have a spirit of giving back to those around us. A lot of the queens they run their own nonprofit organizations.
Yeah.
They do hours upon hours of community service. They advocate. We all have issues that we are advocating for. That is actually a requirement for many of our pageants systems is to have an advocacy, an issue that you want to speak about and give light to. So that shallowness vein, I really don't think that there's a place for this because these are such caring, beautiful women. Definitely.
Right.
Inside out.
So what do you think is because of this negativity, do you know is this a women empowerment? Do you think it's a women empowerment act for women, or do you think it's just it's reinforced the beauty standards?
Put it this way. So I absolutely do feel that pageantry is empowering for women. Now I'm going to give you an example. Like I mentioned before, I started at age 41. I was a mom when I had my career, but I was going back to work, going home, going to work, going home. And I was feeling really isolated. I really was. Pageantry has absolutely made me blossom. I have bunch of friends, not just in the pageant world, but just in the community.
Mm-hmm.
I am out more making a difference. I should mention this. My issue, by the way, I should have mentioned this, is raising awareness for period poverty. There's a big silent issue surrounding this. I should have spoken about this but I'll do it later. And I am putting a voice to it. And now I'm meeting so many amazing people who are also in the fight against period poverty and trying to promote period equity. I have lots of events to go to. My kids now have friends too because of it. It is extremely, extremely empowering for women. Now, in terms of beauty standards, I don't think I personally don't feel that way. Now, the reason why I say that is because when I'm competing, I 100% see different women in different shapes, sizes, backgrounds, sexual orientations. They're all up there. They really are. Mainstream only sees the Miss Universe, the Miss USAs. And that, don't get me wrong, there's a place for that, but there are other systems here that celebrate the average woman. And you come as you are. You just, what the sport, because I do consider pageantry a sport, what the sport is how are you going to compete with yourself to present yourself in the best way possible? That's what it is.
I love what you actually mentioned that competing with yourself because I always post this on social media. I said there's no one that you nobody is your competition. The only competition you have is yourself.
Absolutely.
And if you think that other people is your competition, you'll never ever grow.
Absolutely. That is 1,000% true because it's all in the mind.
Yeah.
You yourself are going to be putting those limiting beliefs on yourself that, oh, you know what, she's a size zero. Maybe she's better than me, or she has more speaking engagements than me, and I can't do that. That's the limit that you put on yourself. No one doing that to you. You can do changes to make those speaking engagements or realize you don't need to be a size two to be beautiful by any means at all. You do not need to do that. You're beautiful already. Now believe it and present it. That's what the sport is.
Do you think pageantry is inclusive enough to sizes, ethnicities, and identities?
Okay. Historically, if you had asked me this maybe like maybe 30 years ago, I would have probably said no. I don't even know if I would have been able to make it on the stage, honestly, back then. But now, absolutely, they are opening the doors for everyone to compete. I believe it's Miss Universe. They now remove the age limit on there. Any woman
And sizes
and
and
sizes,
age.
they
Yeah.
don't care about that. They don't care about that. My pageant system expect they don't. There's no age limit there, no size. There no. I don't think any of the pageant systems. No, I myself personally cannot think of a system right now that has a size limit. I'm going to be completely honest with you. Within the within the USA, I don't know about other countries, maybe, but within the United States of America, for sure, I don't know anyone that has a size limit. It's for everybody. Sexual orientation, nobody cares. My last pageant that I was in, they celebrated it. We had delegates who were LGBTQ. So
Wow.
yeah, we
In
don't.
the Philippines, there's a lot of LGBTQ
Yes.
pageants out there.
Yes.
Actually, I was involved. No, I was involved. I'm not, I never compete, but I was involved with that. I had so many gay friends in the Philippines. Yeah.
Yes, I am trying to. That's one of my goals. Is when I go to the Philippines, I want to make a bunch of gay friends because there's a reason for this. They do not lie. If you look good, they're gonna tell you, and if you don't, they're gonna tell you. And they have really good fashion sense. So I'm trying to recruit these, find some gay friends. So let me know if anyone in the Philippines is there. Let me know. Be my friend.
Yeah, be friend,
Find me.
Friend, yeah. It's really funny that we talk about the inclusivity in pageantry, and you actually said this time of age. Don't you think that this time of age, the generation now are way smarter, or they, we talk a lot about this in social media and the news and everywhere that actually the age before this generation, the ages before this generation are tougher than this generation. I felt like this generation are tougher than us because they accept everything.
This generation definitely is way more accepting. Now, I don't know if it's because we have social media now. So now that you can see, hey, I really don't need to be afraid of someone who's whatever XYZ. I see them on TikTok. They look like me. They laugh like me. They do everything just like me. I don't have to be afraid of them anymore. They don't need to be judgmental because what social media did was give us an ability to look into other people's lives. So you can see someone, well, I'll just, since we mentioned gays, you can go and on a profile of a gay person and be like, oh, well, their life looks like mine, or, they have similar interests like me. I don't really need to be afraid of them. They're not really that different than me at all. So why do I? No, I don't need to hate them or anything like that. So maybe that's it, or maybe this generation is just happening to learn how to just be more accepting. I like to think that though.
Yes,
but they're so accepting. I love them.
It is.
What is the generation now? Gen X? No, not Gen Y. What is it?
Oh, I forgot.
I don't know.
Yeah, but yeah,
But keep it going, guys. You're
Yes,
doing a great
yeah,
job.
exactly, right? That's a good thing. So we actually empower everybody, whatever they're doing, however they look, however, I always, I believe I learned this or I got this quote where beauty is always on the beholder. What do you call that? Eyes of the beholder. Yes, I think I heard that from pageantry, and that is very very true.
Yes.
Yes. Do you think, Maria, that you can make changes if there's any need to be changed in the pageant world?
Am I able to make a change? I hope that's one of the things I am trying to do actually through my magazine. Like I mentioned before, there really hasn't been a way to collectively collect all the voices and stories and experiences of Queens into one platform. One platform.
Yeah, one channel, one platform. Yeah.
We can present it through our individual social media accounts, through our social Instagram or TikTok, and that's fine. But why not get it all together? We have so many beautiful people inside out who are battling or have went through cancer, sexual assaults. We have people who. What about the designers? Like the designers? Like, how did they come up with the dresses? These are questions I always wanted to ask them, and I wanted to know. And I haven't really been able to like sit down and speak to them, but there's so many stories that need to be heard and seen, and let's put it all together in one spot.
That's awesome. Yeah. Hats off to you because you think about this. You just don't think about yourself. You mentioned earlier that you mentioned earlier that it's hard for me to speak about myself, but your magazine is technically your voice.
Oh, I didn't think of it that way, but thank you.
Yes.
Yes. Pageantry did force me to speak about myself. I was one of the people that like to be in the shadows, in the background. I didn't really want the spotlight on me, but the spotlight chose me. Oh, there's a saying in pageantry, I didn't choose this life. I didn't choose pageantry. Pageantry chose me. I couldn't escape it. It got me.
Yeah,
So here I am.
it is in your head. Somebody's talking to you. You know what I mean? You're gonna have to do it.
I'm gonna have
Or
to.
at least try to do it.
Yeah.
That is a very, very brave move from you. You know what I mean?
Thank you.
I can see you that way. But anyways, guys, we have more to cover. Please don't go away.
Drop that Jesse remix one time.
What we do is we work with models, actors, and influencers to get them, help them, support them, and get real opportunities in Las Vegas.
Welcome up.
Being able to be in this space with creatives and people that I love has been life-changing all over again.
I love Rise. Rise has changed my life, and it lets you know that it's never too late. Age doesn't make a difference.
Welcome up. They not like us. They not like us.
The door felt very welcoming and everybody
and it's been so nice.
Rise Talent has been amazing for me. It's let me travel the world, be able to walk in New York, LA, and all over the place in America. So I've had a great time.
Teaching music and I walk past the ox like 1, 2, 3, fuck 'em up. They not like us. They not like us. They not like
my life. Rise Talent changed my life. I've been a long time client here, and Dawn has just
go. How many stocks do I really have in stock? Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I've just the short time I've been here, it's been so inclusive.
Rise has been completely beneficial to my life.
They're a family. Every time you go there, you feel like you build more your confidence.
They not like us. They not like us.
Got Films is a full-service production company that provides motion picture quality content and production services for use in the film and TV industry. Looking for a seasoned crew, high-quality equipment, or other production services for your film, TV, commercial, corporate convention, sports, news, or interview project? Your search stops here. Some of our projects include NASCAR, American Restoration, Pawn Stars, Counting Cars, Top Chef, BattleBots, Forge and Fire, and Street Outlaws. We have also produced over 60 feature films and documentaries. We're ready for all your needs. Whatever your project, whatever your budget, big or small, Got Films got you. GotFilms.com.
Welcome back to Let's Talk World. Oh my God, this is really an amazing conversation with Maria Lee. I'm really enjoying this because I am the kind of person that I won't ever enter pageantry. Although I know I'm beautiful, I know I am smart, I know I can stand on stage, but and I wear high heels. So yes, I could be, but I am not gonna. I'm just gonna actually let Maria do the job for me. But anyways, let's actually turn the pages a little bit. Being a pediatrician, speech pathologist.
Yep, a pediatric speech language
Yeah,
pathologist.
yes. What do you think about the new technology with these kids? I know it's
Oh, that is the hardest question that she asked me. Okay, so one issue that I am seeing, and I'm guilty of this too, by the way. Okay, I'm guilty as charged, but
all
I'm just
parents
saying.
are, you know.
Okay, and I think everyone already going to know what this is. With the iPad, with the phone, it's not a babysitter, guys. Okay, so when the child is small, they need human interaction to work on their social skills. Okay, to be able to interact with people so that they can start speaking clearly, practice their words, expand their vocabulary. Now, shortly after the pandemic, this is a funny story. After the pandemic, I had a bunch of kids who were speaking in a British accent. And I said, wait a minute here. Why are these kids saying these words? Why are the kids saying these words in a British accent? Peppa Pig. Peppa Pig. The whole pandemic. It's a cartoon. It's like a British speaking pig. They were on YouTube watching Peppa Pig.
Oh my God.
And then because it was a pandemic, they weren't seeing any other kids, so they just started speaking like Peppa Pig. And oh my gosh, I almost quit that day. But anyway, I would have to say, oh yeah. Anyway, I would have to say that that yes, social media, the phone is a useful educational tool. Don't get me wrong, I use it too. The kids love it. It's very, very engaging. But make sure to set time for that one-to-one human interaction, for them to play with other kids, for them to speak with other adults. It's really good for their development.
So do you think what age should kids start having that having that learning, because it's an education. It is literally opening their eyes to the world. I hope it's in a better way. You know what I mean?
I would say that when introducing it, it's more that maybe limiting their time on it. And parents make sure that they're watching, like, for example, if they're on YouTube, make sure they're on YouTube Kids, because the original YouTube does not really have the most kid friendly videos on there. Like for example, like if you you know how sometimes kids don't know how to spell, so they put like punctuation marks in the search bar. I personally did that myself, and the videos that came up were appalling. Not kid friendly, I should say, not child friendly. So I would say to try to stick the kids to more the ones that are catered for kids, like YouTube Kids and that.
Yeah.
I say though, I'm not a fan of TikTok for young kids, and I have a
I think anything on social media, I wouldn't. You know what I mean?
YouTube is some of the stuff is okay. It's okay for like games, like maybe like
Yeah, games, maybe.
it's ABC Mouse.
Yeah.
Sponsor me.
So what? Yeah, sponsor. So do you think what age should they start actually having their, oh, having to stay on the phone on their own?
On their own?
Yeah.
Oof. I would say maybe this is just for me and my kids. I didn't really let them start doing that till like 6 or 7, but not like I said. I didn't.
What is the ideal? Ideal age, not what you did, but
not toddler age. Maybe like I did around like 6 or 7.
6 or 7.
I can explain to them like, hey, you're only gonna stay on here for like 30, 15 minutes, and the younger kids, I just don't want that age, like
Yeah.
that 2 to 3.
Yes.
The brain is so plastic.
Yes.
You really don't want them to be like, ooh, TikTok video. I only need to pay attention for 1 minute, for 30 seconds, and then there's attention spans only 6 seconds, 7 seconds that way. So yeah, I started letting them have it at 6 or 7, supervised. Yeah. So they're in there, and I'm listening to what they're watching, and I'm doing something in the other room.
Yeah.
That kind of thing.
Yeah. So do you think that this social media and new technology is is a good thing, more of a good thing or more of a bad thing for our kids?
Social media.
Based on the speech impairment.
Oh, in terms of speech impairment, impediments.
Impediments, yeah.
I would say, okay, I'll put it this way: it's a tool. A tool is neither good or bad.
Yep.
I'll give you. Sorry to be a little bit graphic, but a knife
Good, yeah.
is a knife good or bad? Well, I mean, if you're chopping up your vegetables, it's a good thing. But if you're gonna do something else illegal, then that's a bad thing. So I see social media as a tool for the kids, and that there are really educational apps out there for these kids. And here's another thing: I have some nonverbal children who cannot speak. They need certain apps to be able to speak. The apps speak for them. They pick the picture out, and it says, and you push it, and it says, I want.
We have like toys like that.
Yes.
Yeah, so they don't need really a phone for that.
You don't need a phone for
Yeah.
that. But it's just that everyone has their phone on it. It's not it's one less thing that you have to carry when you go on travel. You're like, oh my gosh, Johnny,
Lost or not, they lost it, or
Yeah. Well, and those devices are expensive.
Yeah.
So then, like, Johnny, what do you want?
Yeah.
Da. I do also use apps. For example, I have children that I work with autism.
Yeah.
So I use some videos of people interacting, kind of like how you and I, to show them, hey, this is what a typical conversation looks like. Look, Miss Maria is taking a turn. Now the other Maria is going to take a turn. Look at how Maria is looking at me. Look at how she's watching my mouth. And there's videos of that. And I think you can find some on YouTube as well. And those are very, very helpful for those children, so they can learn, oh, that's what it's supposed to look like. So I would say social media is a tool.
It's a tool.
It's a tool. But it could be used for bad as well. For example, if not monitored, some of these children could go into
different
chats, DMs or something like that, and
sending them their
address, and you don't know who they're talking to. So, which is why I said supervision. Supervision is the key. And even when they're older too, check out who they're talking to online. You don't know who these people are. Oh my goodness, it's crazy. But my point is, yeah, social media is a tool.
Yeah. But how long you been a pathologist?
Oh, speech pathologist.
Speech pathologist.
Okay, so I've been doing it since 2012. What is that now? Oh my God.
You have.
Oh my God. Was it 12 years, 13 years?
You have a love for kids. You have the love for kids.
I do. I get along with kids. Something about my personality. I'm better suited for kids. I worked with adults before, and no, don't get me wrong, they were fun, but I don't know what it is, but whenever we go to a party, the kids gravitate towards me and want to hang out with me. And fun fact though, I'm a good person to have at a party because if one of your kids are acting up and I drove my car, I have a bunch of toys in my car that I will bring out during parties so the kids can play and
Wow.
yeah.
So she is
I'm very
well
popular.
equipped.
I'm very popular at parties.
And well equipped.
I'm well equipped. Yeah, I'm ready to go. I could do a session right now if I needed to. In a session ground too.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go back um to the magazine.
Oh yes, yes.
Yes. So, what is your time frame to put this out?
Okay, so I am doing a soft launch, meaning it's not going to be a whole magazine, like the complete, but it's like a sample. It's like a taste of what is going to be in it. There'll be a lot of good information in it. And that's going to be coming June 1st. So go to www.pageantsunitedmagazine.com
Nice.
to do that and sign up there because put your email in there. So I'm going to let you know when it comes out. But June 1st will be the soft launch. And I'm planning to make the big magazine in September. That one takes time. Fun fact, I did not realize how time consuming making a magazine was.
It is.
But it's so rewarding. Oh,
Yeah.
I started putting it together, and people out of the woodworks are just coming, Maria. Could I speak about this? Or hey, can I write about this? I was secretly a writer. I have the courage now to put my work out. Can I send you some of my work? I'm like, you kidding me? Like, yes, people were by the way, guys, if you're writers, why are you hiding? Don't hide.
Yeah.
Don't hide.
Come on.
It's the work out there.
Come out
Push
from the
your names in
closet.
it. Yeah, hide that. But anyway, secret writers, we have queens for secret writers. You're gonna find out who they are, and they have work. How much? And then I even met people who are like, hey, I actually wrote articles but I never did anything with it because I never had a place to put them. And now you're here.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you so much.
congratulations on all of these things. Congratulations for winning the title.
Oh my
And
gosh.
you're gonna win the next
I
one.
hope I win. I hope I win. But you know what? It's not always about the crown. It's about the development of being the best version of yourself. Even if I don't win and become the next Mrs. United States Emissary, I already won anyway in my life because now I have a new project. I met amazing people. I'm doing all these amazing things that I always wanted to do. And there's this one rule. We always say this in pageantry. You have to be a queen before you can be crowned a queen.
Oh,
So I took that
I
to
love that.
yes. You have to be already a queen in your
That should
life.
be your slogan.
You think so? Oh, I just got goosebumps.
Yes.
But it's true. You have to be a queen before you are crowned the queen. So I'm taking that to heart and being the queen that I really want to be.
Yes, that's awesome. Any no non what do you call that organization that you are associated with to yes.
So my platform, the issue that I am speaking up against, like I mentioned before, is period poverty, which is affecting as many as, oh gosh, like 2 out of 4. The numbers keep changing. It's getting worse. There's a lot of women who are not able to afford menstrual supplies, especially now with the economy, with inflation. So one of the organizations that I am working closely with is Days for Girls. It's an international organization. They actually are in the Philippines too.
Wow.
Days for Girls. They are doing such an amazing job worldwide, helping women make disposable pads. They're sewing, teaching the women how to sew.
Wow.
These washable,
That's
yes, washable pads in remote areas of the world. So they may not, if they having their period, they can just wash these pads and keep using them. You don't need to keep buying them for the earth, honestly. If you think
yes,
about it.
oh yes, absolutely. I am with you on that. I'm always about preserving our earth because I don't want my great grandkids to not be able to live in this earth.
But I mean, we only have one Earth. I don't know if we trash this. Where are we gonna go? I don't know yet. But
Well, I have a brand new idea. I just came up the other day.
What was it?
Well, I'm gonna build a community in the stratosphere between Earth and
Let's go there.
so people will just be looking at us. Yeah. So anyway,
Well, make sure you have a pageant there. I'll represent you.
yes, yeah.
I'll be like Miss Stratosphere.
Yes,
Would that be cool?
yeah.
That'd be funny.
Anyways, everybody is waiting for your magazine.
Okay.
So go ahead and tell them where they can follow you so that they can get all the information they needed before the launch.
Okay, the website is www.pageantsunited.magazine, all one word, .com. My personal Instagram is Maria Lee _Vegas. And the magazine also has an IG. It's Pageants United Magazine on Instagram, all one word.
Awesome. Thank you so much for joining me today, Maria. So much fun. Oh, well, I don't want to end this that abruptly because you know what? I just want to actually say that um, she is also going to have at least for now, 2 episode TV show.
Yes, I am. I want to do more on the media side for pageantry, and I want to have an opportunity to bring some of my sister queens over and to hear their stories too, because that's what I'm big about. I'm big about sharing stories. I feel that people are so isolated now, and we need that human element. Look, AI is everywhere, right? Artificial
Yes.
intelligence. The one thing that's going to separate us from AI is our humanity, and we do that through connecting through stories, through experiences, and through relationships.
Absolutely. Oh my God, you are amazing, Maria. Any Maria's name, you are amazing. So yeah.
What a American life. We're really cool people.
Yeah, cool people.
Yeah, I really.
Well, anyways, thank you so much for joining us at Let's Talk World. Thank you so much, viewers. Please stay tuned for the next episode next week. And we are broadcasting live every day, Monday to Sunday. That's every day, right? There's no 8 days. But anyways, 3 p.m. Monday to Friday, 3 p.m. Our live broadcasting 9 to 10 p.m. From Monday to Friday, we have all our red carpets live coverage on Saturday at 1 p.m. to 8 p.m. I believe. It depends how long are the red carpets. And on Sundays is our Christian shows. So Modern Word Ministries, all the messages that's running from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Please stay tuned, subscribe, support us, and we also accepting donation on our site. And if you guys wanted a new show or you just simply want to be a guest on my show and talk about your passion to inspire others, it's right here at Let's Talk World. We'll see you guys again next week.